What's going on, guys? It's Lifestyle on behalf of BeatStars, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to customize contracts for your beats on the BeatStars platform. Let's get straight into it. So you'll see I'm on a test site over here. Test flight is not my normal account because if I use my personal account it's gonna already have them set up, so we're just gonna do a fresh install of contracts. So let's go right over here to this drop down and we're gonna go to My Media. You're going to see licenses and contracts. So just go ahead and click that and it's going to bring up the tab that we'll be working in today. So on a brand new BeatStars install, this is what you'll be presented with. You can change these at any time, so it doesn't matter, but I wanted a fresh install to show you guys maybe how it looks on your end. So right here we have different types of licenses. We can create a new license, we can enable them, disable them at all times, and it makes it very simple. So I'm just going to show you guys like a normal setup of how this would be done with an MP3, a wave, a track out, an unlimited, and an exclusive. So we're just going to make it real easy. Start with the basic license, so we could just go right here and hit edit, and then in here we can name it. So basic license, we're going to be calling this MP3 license. And we could do offer price, album price if you're selling an album, different types of things you could do. But for us producers, we're setting up contracts and licenses. So this is our first one, MP3 license. Normal for this is usually around $30. You can have it whatever you want it to be, but I'm just going to set it up on like an average of what producers charge. So 30, that's what I charge. Make sure this is enabled. This is how you make sure the license is on your site. If you press no, it will disable the license. You can change that later on as well. So we just named it, we set the price, and then we said yes, enable it. Now we come down here to files to deliver when this license is purchased. So if someone purchases this $30 MP3, what do we want to send them? We want to send them the untagged MP3. We don't want to include the wave or the stems because this is just for if they buy an MP3 license. So we're just going to put untagged MP3 license. And then it'll send out it automatically when they purchase the MP3 license beat. So it's perfect. Now we have brief description. So you can go ahead and put in some type of description if you want. You could say this is a untagged MP3 license. Add more if you want. You're welcome to describe it as much as you want. You could put the delivery will be automatic after purchase, but that's kind of already explained on your store. And then feature list, if you want to do different types of things of what they can do with this. Once again, it's presented in the contract that they can view before buying. But if you want to go in here and let them know that, you know, what they're kind of allowed to do, and you separate them with line breaks. So you could say, you know, 2000 stream limit, and then separate it with the line break. So you could go like this, or you could go like this, and you can add different things. If you want to say that it's non-monetization on YouTube, or it is monetizable on YouTube, you could pretty much just add anything in this feature list that you want. But down here in the contract, as you could see, the number of distribution copies, audio streams, it's already all listed, so they could already view that. But if you want to go ahead and put those there as well, you can. So now we go down to this easy quick customization tab. You can go full customization, but you're going to be messing with the contract that BeatStars had professionally written up. Right here on quick customize, it's just going to take these numbers that you put and it's going to automatically put them into the contract. It makes it so easy, and they already made sure everything's covered for us. If you want to change this distribution limit, you can. You can go in here and say for MP3, I only want them to be able to do 1,000. You don't want to do 100 or 10 because you're selling a $30 license. And giving someone 10 streams, that's not the way you do it. You're going to want to have a good amount. So for this, I always go with 2,000 or 2,500. So we'll keep it 2,000. You can go to audio streams, meaning on Spotify, how many, or iTunes, how many streams can they have before they need to repurchase a license from you legally. This is distribution copies. It's more of CD sales. They can distribute in an easy way 2,000 CDs containing this beat on it. Number of free downloads, always want to be unlimited because that's just them giving out their song for free, just like you giving out your beat for free. Number of music videos, you could just change all of this. So we'll just have it for the MP3 1. Yes, they have broadcasting rights, allow for profit performances. You could put yes or no. I say yes because they purchased a license from you. Number of radio stations, put as many as you want. You could put 1. Make sure you give them an allowance of at least 1. and not-for-profit performance. So if they're just performing at a bar for free, that's unlimited because they're not going to make money off it. So this is basically just an easy template where you could put numbers in and it'll automatically drop it into here for you, and it'll make it easy, and it'll put your name in. You could see right here file type, and all these little brackets you see customer full name, that means it automatically puts their name in when they purchase the beat. So it fills it out for you and sends you and them the contract. So it's easy, just punch in the numbers right here. It makes it so simple. So in country, you would come down here and select the country you're from. So it is United States for me. So United States of America, and it would be California right here, and boom, I would basically be done. And then you just hit save changes, and now you're ready to go. So you'll see if we go back over here and we hit OK, and we come down here and we go over here to licenses and contracts, now we will have MP3 license set up and ready to go. Now over here you have featured, which is basically it's gonna highlight this specific contract on your player or your pro page so that you can kind of tell them like, oh, this is the most purchased one. It's kind of just like a upsell scheme, you know, when people come on, it'll just be highlighted differently so it stands out. So you could go ahead and do that for the Wave one. Unlimited, I guess you could feature it, but it's kind of gonna look obvious that you're trying to sell the highest one. So usually people do it on the premium, or they do it on, you know, the trackouts. And then you always, whenever you edit these, you always want to apply to all tracks, and this is gonna make sure that it applies it to all your beats on your site, because you can go into the beat individually and change around pricing, but pretty much you want them all to be the same. So after you set up a new license, hit apply to all tracks, make sure it's enabled, and you're good to go. So if we just do one more, so let's say this is already set up, we'll just make this kind of look out right. We're gonna go over here and we're gonna do premium Wave license, and we'll make it $50. This is all set up the same. Now we're gonna make sure that include Wave is set up, and then untagged MP3, and it'll know to send them the untagged Wave and the untagged MP3. Since they bought the Wave, they get the other one as well. We could do brief description again, featured lists, you can add stuff if you want again. And now, since we're on a Wave license, which is higher than MP3, we wanna make sure that the numbers are higher too. So we did 2,000 for the last one, let's do 5,000 for this, and we'll make this 700,000, or you could do basically whatever you want. If you wanna allow 75,000 for this, and you want to do 50,000 for the Wave, you can edit these numbers however you want that fits you. But basically, since the other one was 500,000, we'll do 700,000 for this. You don't need to use numbers this big, it's completely up to you. I'm just showing you guys how it would increase over. Yes, we allow it for that. These are pretty much all the same, and we would go in here again, country, United States, and then California, and we would just hit save. So it's really easy to do these, honestly. I don't have to go over and show you guys this a million times, because as you could see, it's nice and easy to do. So once you have these all set up, just make sure they're enabled, and then you're good to go. Apply to all tracks again, and it's really simple. I'll just set up the exclusive real quick so you guys could see that. So let's say we wanted to just do MP3, Wave, and exclusive. So let's enable exclusive. Let's go into here and edit it. And let's say that we wanted people to be able to make an offer on our beat. So on exclusive, we don't want to say it's $500. We kind of want to just say like, oh, make me an offer. So you can go right here, make an offer, and say yes. Now, the minimum offer amount is what's cool. So you don't have to have people offering you $1. The minimum offer amount has to be 300 or more, or 200 or more. Let's say you said 250 or more, because you don't want to get spammed. You want to see only people that are going to offer you 250 or more. So you could set this minimum offer to whatever you want, and then come down here, make sure you include MP3, Wave, and include track stems, because they're getting the exclusive, so that includes the track stems. Again, you can put brief description. After purchasing, you become the legal owner of this beat. We split royalties 50-50%. This is all in the contract, so you don't have to put it in the brief description if you don't want to, but you can. And then we come down here again, state of province, it's going to be California. And country, again, is going to be United States. So let's go find that. There's so many different countries. This is a big part of exclusive is your publishing. When you sell an exclusive beat, you are entitled to 50% publishing. Yes, the artist has paid for the beat and they own it. It gets taken off your site. You no longer own the beat, but you still own publishing to the beat. So if they post the beat and the beat starts getting big and it's getting played in radio stations and it's getting played in the mall and all these different things, you're entitled to 50% of that money via publishing on ASCAP or BMI. So on your beats publishing, it's going to be 50%. On a beat with a hook, it's going to be 35 because you're probably going to be splitting 15% with the person that sang on the hook, unless you did work for hire with them and you told them, hey, if you sing on my beat, it's just $500 flat, that's it. So you would change this to 50% because you and the artist will split 50, and the person that sang on the hook, you already paid them out. Depends how you handle that situation with this person over here that sang on your beat. And then song references and vocal publishing, most of the time you're literally going to be selling your own beats, so you're not going to have to worry about this, but this number will differ if it's a reference song or if it's vocal publishing. We're not doing that. We're just selling beats or beats with hooks. So just remember those two, and then you can see down here that the contract already fills in again, and there's not much for us to fill out. It's really self-explanatory and easy, so we just hit save changes. And then when we go over here, it's going to finish up, and we can go back and see that now we can sell our MP3, our wave, and our exclusive. So we'll hit apply to all tracks again, and the default is going to be 0 because we're doing enable offer. If you don't want to do enable offer, easy, go in here, take that off, and just set a normal price for it. Default track price is going to be, let's say, $500 for exclusive. Save changes, and we're done. So if you want to add track out license or different types of licenses, you could add, video game licensing, YouTube licensing, different things. You can add as many as you want right here to create license and enable and disable as you please. But for this video, I just wanted to show you guys basically how you could set these up, set up the exclusive. You can add as many of these as you want. I'm pretty sure it tops out after a while. You don't want a million different licenses, but a good rule of thumb is MP3, wave, track out, exclusive, and you can include unlimited if you want, but most of the time it's going to be those 5 or those 4 that you're going to choose from. And then yes, you can add a YouTube license one, or you're going to be licensing your songs for music videos. However you want to do it, you could set up that license here, promote it, and people can buy your license individually and separate. It makes it really easy, and then make sure to hit apply to all tracks and you're ready to go.